Right, welcome everyone. Hopefully everyone had a nice. Have a little bit more spinach. I don't know. It's just been 24 hours essentially, right? So hopefully everyone had a good day or night or whatever. Hmm. So, so I'm in the middle of removing some expenses, like websites that I don't use and all that stuff. So spent most of my day doing that today. And then actually, I was also looking at Mdex. So it kind of occurred to me that with APRs this high, and obviously look at those APYs, which are actually a little bit too high. It's actually less than what's shown here. It kind of occurred to me that you could actually probably make like a couple 100% return every single month just farming the Mdex DeFi. So that's actually something that I'm actually actively working on right now. Also, I like having a little bit more content on this channel. So, because right now, the principal way that I make my daily income is through DeFi. And, Binance slash Binance coins not doing very well in terms of daily income. And now that Binance is still like basically, in its pullback phase, I kind of, really need some better alternatives. So we'll talk about that later. So, but it's going to be pretty good. And, yeah. So I figure it'd be just a good way to, make some extra money. Now, of course, this is kind of for like somewhat advanced people because I don't want to go into how do you, do the DeFi. You just got to Google it yourself and watch a bunch of YouTube videos, all right? Because I don't want to get bogged down with the stupid, annoying technical details, all right? I'm just going to simply tell you which of these DeFi coins I'm trying out, the analysis of the base coins, and then we'll talk about the risks as well because there are obviously risks with this, but I think the risks are justified given how much freaking Mdex that you just get back in return. You literally can just simply DeFi daily income your way out of the risk, and then when this pool is over, because I know Rici, or I call it Ricin because it's very similar to the word Ricin. The Mdex said that this is only going to last for 30 days, and this thing literally just came out like yesterday. So, I'm farming the hell out of this pool. So it's like a ridiculous amount of money. All right. So I have no idea what's going on with the markets. Apparently they were up a lot, and then now they're down a lot because of the stupid moronic variant found in California. The CNBC article that reported actually said that the symptoms so far are very mild and there's really no problems. So, and everybody that we came in contact with have all so far tested negative. So it's not even nearly as bad as it sounds. So hopefully more of that gets out, and then people will not panic. Because if people panic, we're gonna get a lockdown, and that's gonna like screw everything up. And I really don't want that. In fact, a lot of people don't want that. So, all right. All right, so let's see. In fact, I was watching George's video from today, and he actually said it himself that the Omicron thing turned out to be a nothing burger. That's what we want to see and hear more of. But again, we'll have to see how the fake news terrorist media and the big pharmaceutical companies play the fear, because they really want those extra booster shots and mandatory vaccines and all this other shit. So it's gonna be rough. It's gonna be rough. All right, so Bitcoin searches for Google have been released for this week finally, and it is clocking in at 18. So it's still pretty low. Okay, so that's not bad at all. Let me see. I hit the refresh button already, so I don't know why it's still loading. I'm going to do one more quick. Oh, I don't need to do a pass on that. I don't need to do a pass on that. Okay. All right. So buy Bitcoin is 13. So still very, very low. So this bull run hasn't even gotten started yet. So this is fantastic because, again, there's just the retail normies just don't care about crypto right now overall. Inflation searches are still at 100 projected. All right, no surprise there. No real changes to hyperinflation though. It's still going to be finalized at 36 according to Google. All right, so that's interesting because remember today is December 1st, so it's the start of a new month, obviously. All right, so the fear and greed index. So people are still getting a little bit spooked, probably from the stupid moronic variant. So now we're down to 34 because yesterday was at 40. But it's not. It's still not too bad. But again, we'll have to see how the fear and FUD and whatever plays itself out. Well, that's too bad. I was kind of hoping that this fear and greed index would be higher than yesterday because obviously we want Bitcoin to hit 100 grand, right? Because Plan B says it's still on track for 100 grand. So for Bitcoin, that is. So that would be fantastic for me because I would just. I don't even think I'm gonna buy Bitcoin options anymore. In fact, I don't think I'm gonna be buying options period anymore. It's just too. I mean, yes, it's too risky, but it's risky because Bitcoin literally just sits on its ass all day and does nothing for like months on end. Meanwhile, the time decay is killing my profits. So it really might just pay to sell put options. So, yeah. But with that being said, oh, I should have said this in the intro because now we're trying to get the chapters and things going. But I actually found out that over the 4 years I've been renting out, I've paid around $70,000 to $78,000 in rent. And that's money I'm never going to get back. So I'm definitely going to make a concerted effort. I did the math. I did the FH loan calculations. I'm going to need at least $10,000 in my bank account to move out, but 20 grand would be a good cushion, and then 30 grand, there's no more excuses. It's like, why am I still here, right? So I'm hoping I can move out within 6 months because the amount of money that I'm wasting on rent, and on top of that, I'm in New York City because it's always cold here. I always get the flu, and it always it always makes me so sick. It's like, yeah, I have a physical reason to also leave because at least in Miami, or as in Florida, it's a lot warmer down there. So I never have to really worry about the flu or anything because it's always warm. And of course, electricity is cheaper. So, yeah, definitely going to be motivated. And thanks to, and we'll talk about this later, and thanks to the DeFi farming stuff on Mdex, yeah, I think I can make this happen. I can really make this happen. Okay, Jack Dorsey calls founders, CEOs a single point of failure. Oh, okay, he's just saying whatever. All right, so Dow is down almost 500 points. So apparently, yeah, it was up a lot and then it went down a lot. Okay, so this is probably why the fear and greed index went down because people really are getting scared of the stupid moronic variant. Where again, CNBC even itself said the symptoms are mild so far. Very, very frustrating. But again, people are dumb, so they'll believe anything. Except you. Hopefully, you're going to be smarter than that. I hope you're smarter than that. Otherwise, I'd be kind of annoyed because then that means you've been watching me for years, some of you, and then you've learned nothing. It's like, why are you wasting your time? So hopefully that's not going to be the case. The few people that are crazy enough to listen to me are very high IQ, so I think we're good there. Of course, crude oil is down, right? Because again, lockdown fears, moronic variant fears, etc. So, Facebook asks court to dismiss the antitrust law. Yeah, I mean it's not like those lawsuits are going to actually do anything anyway. Yeah, I see Bitcoin's been taking a hit too. All right, Bido is down, Mara is down, and Riot is also down. Yeah, because these coins. These stocks were actually up today, except Riot, which was flat. So now it's gone to shit. All right, yeah, that makes sense. All right, this isn't too bad. And Greg Mannarino already came out with his reply saying that the Mannarino index went down. So buy this dip. Yeah, I can clearly tell. This is all just pure fear. This is pure fear. Yeah, look, the dollar went up slightly, if at all, and then bonds apparently are going to be, bond yields are going to go lower. Metaverse real estate piles up record sales at Sandbox and other virtual realms. Yeah, NFT sales and NFT real estate sales are going through the roof. I actually understand why now, because now that I'm actually looking to buy real life real estate, I would love to just be able to buy an NFT real estate thing instead. It's just that I don't understand what the hell any of this stuff is, or how I'm able to extract an income from it. But yeah, this is actually good because this will allow us another avenue eventually to like park our money somewhere, right? You need something stable, but you need income. There's really only one answer to that problem. It's real estate, right? Income producing real estate. I mean, my landlord must absolutely effing love me because that piece of shit collected $78,000 from me in rent over 4 years that I've been here. So, you know, and I'm just one guy. Imagine all the other tenants in the building, and who knows how much they're paying in rent, right? It's like, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. But the good news is now I'm aware of the problem, and I'm going to deal with it. Okay. So bond yields look like they're all over the place. So short term and long term got bought up a little bit, and medium terms have sold off a tad bit. Okay. So again, yeah, this just indicates to me fear, but not a whole lot of fear, which is good. You know, because I think on Friday the markets went down 900 points for the Dow, and today it's only down 461, up from a lot. So, all right, so that works for me. That works for me. So because again, the news reports are actually surprisingly saying that the moronic variant actually doesn't seem to be that bad. So once people kind of process that and realize, yeah, it's not so bad, then it'll just be back to business as usual. All right, but the media really is trying to push this, moronic variant shit. And even if we do get past Omicron, they'll just come up with a new variant later on, right? So it's just gonna be this endless fear campaign will just never ending. And I just wish Trump wasn't so like effing like he's got all those problems. I just wish he didn't have like a lot of these problems, and he would have like called this shit out. But I might as well ask for Santa Claus to come to town and like give me Christmas gifts before that'll happen. Okay, so 24-hour value. Oh my god, I can't speak English today. 24-hour volume is 123.5 billion. So pretty standard, not too bad. Bitcoin's down, of course. Ethereum was on its way up, also down a bit. Binance coin was actually pumping pretty hard. It was like at $1,658, I think. It was pretty high, and then it's now dipping a little bit too. Solana. So pretty much all cryptocurrencies, with the exception of Shiba Inu, which was already under pressure, has already kind of pulled back a bit, and then crypto.com's going back up nicely, because I think they just bought like the LA Lakers stadium, and they're gonna rename that to the crypto.com stadium or whatever. Yeah, so crypto.com's really going on a rampage, which is fantastic, because they just have like $11 gajillion, so they gotta like just buy stuff. So works for me. Okay, Shiba. Yeah, we're gonna do the technical analysis on that, but Shiba should already be just pulling back. Gala game 62.18. I think I'm actually in profit with Gala because I think I bought Gala when it was at like 40 or 50 cents. I only put in like $300 or $600. I don't even remember. I didn't even care. Pancake swap under pressure, of course. Kadena is still doing okay, 1740, so not too bad. Not too bad. In an attempt to simplify my browser windows in Brave, I actually closed out Doglon, Mars, and Binamon and whatever. Yeah. I mean, God, this is going to be very annoying. I guess I'm just going to do it the cheap way. Alright, Doglon, Mars, where are you? 1546. Yeah, so pretty much everything's looking like as it should be. Okay, so we just have to wait on this moronic fear to pass, and then we should be pretty good. Alright, well, let's take a look at Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin Tether. Alright, below 0 RSI, in between the second and bottom lines. Alright, that's not too bad. Alright, I'm alright with that. Interestingly enough, this still shows as a green candle. Not bad. Okay, Binance coin. Okay. Alright. I mean, it's going up and down a lot, but still overall up. So Binance coin is still looking pretty solid here. Alright, that works for me. What's the next one we want to look at? Let's look at Shiba. What's actually happening with Shiba here? All right, RSI still below 0. It was trying to go up a lot, and then it pulled back pretty significantly back down to this middle blue line. Okay. All right, so overall, Shiba still looks like a pretty good steal here if you're still looking to stack some Shiba. All right. If I wasn't doing other stuff, actually, I don't know. Maybe I should. Let's see. The problem is if I stack Shiba, I get no DeFi income. So I don't know. Do I want to if I pull out like if they're $5,000, right, for my Binance coin, because I'm not telling you the real numbers, obviously. If I pull out like $5,000 from that, shitty DeFi pool and just buy $5,000 worth of Shiba right now, I mean that could be an option for me. However, no daily income, so it's like, and 5,000 is kind of a lot of money. So I mean that's basically my down payment on a house. I already did the math on it because I was looking into buying a condo, but the problem is fiber optic is not available there, right? I only get stupid cable. And the maintenance fee for the condo is like really insane. It's like, I don't want to get into it because obviously you gotta keep to the chapters, but living in a condo is really expensive. Like those monthly expenses are a real killer, right? Like $300 for something stupid. And they call it a special assessment fee because condo owners want to like vote and like just add like an excessive amount of maintenance and other crazy amenities stuff. That's money out of my pocket. It's like, I'm not gonna buy a stupid house, right? Just buy a house that's in good condition, and then I mean, how hard is it to freaking maintain it, right? And then meanwhile, I'm building equity instead of wasting my money, literally throwing my money away in rent. Like I just did not realize just how bad renting really is. So, all right, so that's Shiba. I guess we could look at Kadena, but I mean that thing. Oh, I hit the wrong. No, I mean, Bittrex is fine, I guess, but now let's just stick with Qcoin. Oh man, Kadena is still consolidating here. I'll read chat in just a second. Well, at least chat's actually working. Yeah, so RSI is still heading towards 0, and we're at the middle blue line. All right, so the good news is it does look like Kadena is finally settling down, and the price is still pretty decent at $17.60. How do you make money from Binance? So there's something called DeFi. I mean, I don't want to get into it. I mean, you should try. Oh, that's your problem. I can't type in chat because this new chat system that I had to use, it's so stupid in G-word. So you have to do something called DeFi. Actually, I think I don't have to Pancake Swap Farms. Yeah, this is it. So this is Pancake Swap, and I make my daily income. Where is... Oh yeah, because the APR is shit now. This is the pool I'm talking about. Binance coin, and the APR is basically it's basically 80%. So you put in like 20 grand worth of this whatever. This is how much you'll make in a year, right? And it says APR 100 and APY 101%. But this is going to be your actual daily income, right? Just set it to 1. So again, I don't want to get into technicals of that. You'll just have to just Google how to do it. Here, I'm just telling you, which DeFi pools. And right now, yeah, this APR just sucks. So that's why I'm, really very excited about the Mdex stuff, which we'll look at in just a sec. That's actually the next thing. Just want to make sure we get through all this. Cool, thanks. Yeah. So that's Binance. But again, well, I'll get into Mdex when we get into Mdex. So that's Kadena and Dogline Mars. Because I need to look at Binance as well, because I'm still in Binance coin. All right, so still above 0, pretty close to 0, but way above the middle blue line. Okay, so it's pretty obvious to me that Dogline Mars definitely wants to go up. So we just have to wait on the stupid moronic Omicron variant crap to pass. So, because the more that we hear about it, but the more that nothing bad seems to happen, the more that people will, let this one go. And then we won't have to worry about anything for at least another few months. And then they'll come up with some new stupid variant. All right, so that's Dogline Mars, Binamon. All right. So the shitty part about Binamon is it definitely has gone way below the bottom blue line. The problem is the RSI is still way too high. So that basically tells me that there's going to be more consolidation ahead for Binamon, which is very frustrating because this thing actually says is minus like 19%. Very frustrating. I should have sold before when, you know, Binamon was at like, you know, 33 cents or 36 cents, man. But now I have to endure this pain. So how long will this last? I don't know. I have to see. But I have to admit, this is a pretty large candle. Like, this is a very large candle. So that basically means that somebody who really just wanted to dump this, you know, coin definitely dumped everything. So hopefully that dumping will, you know, I mean, I still think there'll be more dumping. However, you know, we need to see this RSI go down. So that's how it goes. Okay, so what I did was I added a dummy MetaMask account to Brave, so it's got nothing in there, and you know, maybe in the future I could add a little bit of money to here just for demonstration purposes. So, all right, so it occurred to me that because Mdex pays out so much in effing interest, right? I mean, let's just look at this. Right now I'm in Rici wrapped Binance coin liquidity pool. So I'm not going to tell you how much. I am a pretty big amount of this number. I'm not going to I'm not going to tell you how much, of course. But basically, this will run for 30 days, and it occurred to me that if I could get like a very large portion of the daily income, basically it'd be like, let's say I get like it's possible I could get like 30,000 Mdex coins after 1 month. That's 30,000 times, I think the price right now is 68 or 69 cents. All right, let's just say let's just figure out. Oh man, I guess we'll just have to do this. 6,875 times 30,000 Mdex coins after 1 month. My net profit alone from daily DeFi income in the Rici DeFi pool is $20,625, right? Just from farming this daily output. That doesn't even include the actual value of, you know, my liquidity pool that's in here. So when I pull the money back out, you know, my return is going to be like multiples of 100%. So 200, 300, 400%. So it's like, yeah, why don't I just keep farming all of these? Because remember, whenever there's a new liquidity pool that's always released, the APR is always at its maximum. And unlike PancakeSwap, on Mdex, there's no limit. You can just go all in right from the start. So there are no restrictions. Now, the APY on this says it's somewhere around 3,025,000%. That's actually not accurate. Testing this now, but I'm actually getting a portion of this. Even if I had 100% of this value locked, which I think is around $30,000, I actually don't think I get this. Like, let's say this was all me, right? This value locked of 30,000 was all me. I don't think I actually get all 1,425 Mdex coins after 24 hours. I don't think so. Because when I actually start adding the liquidity pool here, right? When I started adding liquidity to the LP here, it actually said I actually had a much smaller share of the entire pool than it appeared to be. So I found that kind of interesting to find out that you don't actually get this whole thing. I mean, I might, all right? I mean, I'll know in 24 hours approximately, and then I'll figure out what I'm really getting. But even if that's the case, even if it's not the case where you don't get the whole thing, you still get like a very crazy amount of effing money. Like, I loved it when Binapet and Binance Coin liquidity pool was on Mdex. I was really pulling some serious, you know, 3-figure income per day just off of the DeFi. So, you know, it was really, really nice. All right, so for now I'm in Rycin Binance coin, and then tomorrow, because I've actually have redeemed my Cardano. I'm trying to burp, but it never comes out. See, the problem is because I'm deliberately not eating that much food, it's just, if I need a burp, I mean, just nothing comes out because there's nothing to come out with. So anyway, I'm redeeming my Cardano now, and I'm just gonna dump all that junk, and then I'm actually gonna buy this. This is actually called Heroes Tower Defense, or Heroes TD, and Binance Dollar, and this pays 47,610% APY a year. And right now, there's approximately $40,000 to $50,000 worth of total value locked right now, farming this amount of Mdex. So I looked at, so Rycin is okay because, I mean, this coin came out just like a few days ago, but I think it already had its drop. Heroes TD already had its drop as well, because I don't want to be buying these coins when it's just released, because then it's gonna like lose like 80% of its value after like a few days. So I want to come in after that happens. But again, the risk is also that these coins continue to drop in value further as time goes on. It'll especially drop when these liquidity pools are finished on Mdex. Then everyone just starts dumping. So, you're really trying to gamble on the simple fact that your daily DeFi income is going to overwhelmingly compensate you for everything from the slippage to, just simple price drops in the underlying assets here. So, but yeah, I have not looked into DXCT, so I don't know what that is, but I'm gonna want to look at it. I think Prot BUSD might be another pool I might get into, even though the APY is obviously much lower than say Heroes TD. The problem is if I put too much money into any of these pools, I start affecting the APR. It's because obviously the more money that goes into these pools, the less APR you get, because you're now taking up more and more of everyone else's share, right? This is like, these numbers are all like, just imagine it's a giant pie. Oh, my food's ready. So imagine this is a giant pie, right? Well, there's only so much of the pie that there is. So the more people that jump in to get a slice of the pie, your slice is going to get smaller because obviously other people are taking their cut. So, man, all this food talk. I hate having to aggressively lose weight, man. So, I don't know. I'll find out more about Rycin tomorrow. I'm going to get into Heroes TD tomorrow as well, once Hotbit allows me to, get my money back, which I think should be around tomorrow. I mean, it says it's going to be tomorrow, but I think it'll be around 11 o'clock my time, because that's usually when they, or 12 o'clock, that's usually when they, process everything. And then, I'll look into these other coins, because I don't want to go strictly off of the high APYs here. I still want to make sure that the underlying coins are still somewhat stable, right? Which is why the second pairing is important. Binance Dollar or Binance coin. All right, because at least that way I know at least half of my money in the liquidity pool isn't going to go to shit, right? So, yeah. But again, if you look at all these, like these APYs, like this is just insane. Like, there's no way I can ignore this. And I don't think there's a supply limit on Mdex either. It just keeps making more and more Mdex. So basically, this is really the closest thing that you can get to having a central bank money printer, except you get the benefit of it. So it's gonna be really, really nice. All right. So now that my food's ready, let's actually get into the news. All right. See if there's anything interesting, because there were some interesting things today. Meta expands crypto advertising eligibility on Facebook. Yeah, that's fine. I don't really care. Online electronic shop Newegg will accept Shiba Inu during the holidays. Oh, I used to buy from Newegg all the time, but now I just buy everything from Amazon. But that's good. Newegg is accepting Shiba for a little bit. Works for me. Crypto.com to acquire 2 U.S. exchanges for derivatives and futures offerings. So I didn't even know that Crypto.com is acquiring more futures. Yeah, because futures and options are going to be pretty important. That's what derivatives are. So, okay. House Committee announces crypto CEOs will testify at December 8th hearing on digital asset. Okay. That should be a good thing, actually. SafePal, Bitfrost requests soar after. I don't care. Crypto critic Holland signs a message for sellers who shill token projects. Yeah, I don't care. Okay. Grubhub users can earn Bitcoin rewards for food delivery, whatever. Zcash surges 7% after digital currency group CEO announces 85 million purchase. That's actually a lot of money. Bitcoin surges into the U.S. Open as forecast point to at 60K. Yeah, well, that's that. Yeah, this was 6 hours ago. Yeah, that's definitely not going to happen. Everyone's just too scared of the stupid moronic variant right now. Alright, let me see. So, interestingly enough, the news stories that George covered from this morning in his morning stream are actually not listed here. Yeah, I don't care about that. Indian finance minister reveals crypto bill had to be reworked before submitting to a cabinet. Of course. Grayscale launches a Solana trust. Alright, very good. Ethereum market cap is less than 50 for flipping. Okay. Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, I don't know what the hell's wrong with Vladimir Putin, but he's become very cringe lately, and I don't know what's wrong with that guy. Dex Dagger 1-inch downward raises 1 cent. Okay. Crypto and blockchain associations launch in Iran, which is funny because crypto is generally frowned upon in Iran. Okay, Plan B says Bitcoin's still on track for 100K despite missing November. Yeah, we already know that. I mean, he doesn't have anything new on his Twitter. I've already looked like a million times on his Twitter. So he's still sticking to his guns there, which is fine by me. Mercado Bitcoin token raises 58 million, blah blah. Okay, don't care. BCH House Venezuela shows real crypto adoption in first document. Oh yeah, I don't care about that. Bank of England government worried about Bitcoin being legal tender, and also, yeah, these are. What is wrong with the news today? There's literally nothing noteworthy here. All right, well that works for me then, I guess. All right, so Crypto.com acquired 2 U.S. exchanges, blah blah blah. They are gonna take over Nadex. Okay, and a small exchange. Oh. The exchange is actually called the Small Exchange. What? Okay, .com is the U.S. Okay, announced as purchasing the U.S. regulated North American Nadex and a small exchange for $216 million. The deal is expected to close in the first half of 2022. Based in Chicago, Nadex, because I remember Nadex was from a long time ago. Nadex offers you to a small exchange for future RNA to provide traditional instruments to U.S. customers. Regulated by the CFTC, Nadex offers binary options, call spreads, and touch bracket contracts, blah, blah, blah. A small exchange. Yeah, because LedgerX is now owned by FTX, so that's what I'm using. So Crypto.com probably wants to squeeze in and buy Nadex to compete. Alright, which works for me. Coin announcement, Travis McGee and Donald will continue their roles as CEOs of Nadex and Small Exchange. Company recently made headlines with a $700 million deal at AEG to buy the naming rights of the Staples Center of the Los Angeles Clippers and, of course, the Los Angeles Lakers for 20 years. Okay, following integration circulated annual U.S. dollar bank. Okay. Silvergate Bank. Oh, that's actually good. Yeah, Silvergate Bank is actually surprisingly a very big bank, and they're very pro-crypto too. So, if you're actually thinking about a Bitcoin or cryptocurrency friendly bank, at least here in the United States, I would actually look into Silvergate Bank because I think they also service Gemini Exchange. So obviously, if you're going to service, Gemini or Coinbase or Kraken, right? You're obviously probably going to be very pro-crypto, Unlike, I don't want to say what my current bank is, but my current bank is just dog shit. I hate my bank. House Committee announces crypto CEOs will testify at December 8th hearing on digital assets. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Maxine Warriors. Of course, that stupid bitch. Will speak at the thing. She doesn't even know anything. Why is she... I hate Congress so much. I hate our American government so much. It's such a piece of junk. Going on Wednesday announcement, Waters said CEO, FTX CEO, Bitfury, Paxos, Stellar, I don't know who that, and Oh, and Alicia Haas, the CEO of Coinbase. I thought Brian Armstrong was still the CEO. I guess he stepped down and gave it to someone else. And the chief financial officer of Coinbase Global will be witnesses at the December 8th hearing. Digital assets and the future of finance, understanding the challenges and benefits of, yeah, that's a whole long thing. Looking for a hearing next week with Maxine, ranking member Patrick and the full committee to discuss crypto national economic competitiveness for the U.S. Right. On the other side of the U.S. Capitol building, Senate Banking Committee share our welcome on crypto release info related to considering investor protection, stable coins, and notices to all these places, blah, blah. Though committees from both the House and the Senate previously discussed the issues surrounding crypto, stable coins, central bank, blah, blah, lawmakers seem to be giving the tech more attention as mainstream interest in the space grows. Well, also because the globalists are realizing that crypto is now a threat to their power. In November, the President's Working Group on Financial Markets penned a report suggesting that stablecoin issuers in the U.S. should be subject to federal oversight. Blah, 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 was urgently needed to address the risks. Like, this thing is just so overblown, and I just don't understand why the U.S. even cares about stablecoins. I mean, I'm glad they're only going after stablecoins and not the other coins, but I don't know. The whole thing is just dumb. But again, thankfully, a lot of liberals, a lot of people in general really like cryptocurrencies. And I think now boomers will be getting onto cryptocurrencies as well, because Michael Saylor actually appeared on the Tucker Carlson show. So obviously, you know that everyone that watches Fox are just, right-wing boomers. So they're actually going to be very, everyone's basically going to be very, very pro, Bitcoin and crypto. And that's a very, very good thing. Because the more that people like it, the harder it's going to be to want to regulate it. Because the globalists are really trapped between a rock and a hard place. Because they have to worry about China, right? They really don't like China, right? Now, I'm sure the globalists have some kind of agreement with China, but, they obviously don't trust them, which makes sense because Chinese people are basically white people, right? And they don't like white people, right? The globalists, that is. So, there's going to be a lot of tension there. All right. So, my food is cooking still, and I want to eat. And I also really like this picture, right? Also, I think that's actually Charles Schwab. So this globalist piece of shit is just about as evil gets. He actually said that, we are going to own nothing and we're going to be happy with that. Like, these evil rich people truly are the scumbags of the world. And they're the ones calling the shots, unfortunately. So again, I really hope that, Plan B's prediction that the globalists will fight to the death to get rid of crypto, it really does come true, because right now, I don't see how we're getting out of any of this tyrannical crap. But Bitcoin and crypto could very well do it, because at least it attacks the financial system right at its core. All right? And then, because the more that the Federal Reserve keeps doing its little thing, right, with the money printing and buying of assets, the more that people are going to buy NFTs, right, going to buy NFT real estate, the more that people are going to buy crypto. And, it'll act as a check and balance, at least until governments start really heavily restricting people's ability to, work with crypto. But by that point, I am hoping that it'll just be too late. So, we'll have to see. Okay, so this was a pretty short stream, which works for me, because, I've been working pretty hard. I kind of want to just continue relaxing. I want to keep analyzing my real estate stuff. Do some numbers, also analyze, of course, Mdex, take a gander at that. Probably also do some research on these other coins, because I think Prot looks pretty solid, so I might add that next, but that's going to be a lower priority, because obviously the APR is lower on this. But, again, I want to, do some more research, but I am definitely going to go pretty hard on the Mdex DeFi farming, and see how that goes. So I will see you all tomorrow. Yeah, because tomorrow is Wednesday. It'll be the last stream for the week. So, yeah. So enjoy the rest of your day or night. I will see you all tomorrow. And, yeah. Happy farming. Thanks. Is there a good place to learn about DeFi? See, I can't type in the chat now because of the stupid OBS being retarded. So just go on YouTube and then just learn how to make money DeFi, right? And then just type in PancakeSwap, Or yeah, I would just do how to make money DeFi pancake swap and then just follow that thing. You know, because again, I really don't want to get into it because there's just so much like annoying stuff. You gotta get the tokens together, then you have to approve it, and then you have to combine the tokens, and then deposit the tokens. I don't want to have to explain how to do that. It's just too annoying. So, but there's a lot of YouTube video tutorials that tell you exactly how to do it. So, all right. See you all tomorrow. Thanks.